This little known trick takes all those leads that you've generated over the last year or so and gets you more listings at a tenth of the cost. And in the next 10 minutes, I just wanted to show you just how little Jules needed to do with us, all while using this method. She more than doubled the amount of listings each month. And it's so easy to do. It's a set it and forget it strategy. Just for watching us today, if you drop a line below saying trick, I'll offer you a free one-to-one chat with me, and I will show you the few things that you need to do for this to be set up and running. Now, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Tina Sandford, and I'm the co-founder of Estate Agent Success. And in all our videos, we've been helping UK estate agents to actually launch their own £2 and £5 Facebook ads that do 95% of the work for you. This is so that you can book more qualified valuation meetings in. And it also ensures that all local property owners are well aware of why they want you to be the person they choose to sell their property. So over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the step-by-step approach that we use with one of our clients, Jules, to achieve incredible results in less than 2 months. This approach helped Jules to actually attract the motivated sellers, which were already sitting in her CRM and in her leads list. She did it effortlessly, really. And this can do the same for you too, if you've got a lot of leads in your CRM and if you've got a lot of lead lists. Okay. Now, I know that it's a lot to take in when someone tells you about something totally new, and you might feel like you're interested, but if you're like most people, you're going to think, yep, that sounds like another interesting idea. I like the sound of that. But you're also going to think, I'm going to look at this later, because right now I've got a ton of things to do. I've got loads of valuation meetings and I haven't even got time to think right now. I'm the same, totally the same. Right now, we're so busy managing our worldwide clients' ad accounts. And I'm going to admit, there seems to be so many interesting trainings and events and strategies all the time, and I feel all of them are essential by the way they're sold to me. You know, just amazing, clever marketing, yeah. But because I feel personally that this particular thing is really important for UK estate agents right now, especially because of the current property market and also where it seems to be heading, I've decided to go over every possible aspect of how Jules won so many listings in her area in such a short space of time, because I feel this is really important. Now, the main focus of today's video is to share with you just how little time this took for Jules to have everything set up and running, and how fast she could gain the results because of her situation with the agency that she's working in. I did actually feel that if I did not share this, so that other UK agents who actually have similar situations like Jules is, and I'd actually be doing the whole of the UK a misservice. I mean, this includes both the estate agencies themselves, but also property owners in their areas. Because I actually noticed a lot just how agencies actually forget how difficult it's been in the past 4 years or so to even find or choose a really good estate agent, because there are so many estate agencies everywhere, both real ones and online ones. That's like supposed to be a joke, sorry. But also we're noticing, because of market saturation, it also feels like almost every agency is using the same marketing tools. So there really is no clear way for any decent agencies to stand out in their area anymore. They're all using the same things. They all kind of like look the same from the outside looking in, unfortunately. So this strategy really is the best way I found for agencies to actually differentiate themselves from every other agency in their area, because there's no one who else could be you, you know, and this works quickly and easily, and also it doesn't cost you a small fortune, which I like. So without further ado, here's what we did with Jules, step by step, so you can understand exactly what happened. First of all, we fixed the Facebook account so they were actually able to run the ads. That took us 17 minutes of time with them and us using a Zoom meeting. We then set up their ads manager, okay? We did all the work. They just turned the computer on. That took us 14 minutes on Zoom. We wrote the scripts for the estate agent educational videos. That took a 20-minute chat on Zoom so we could ask Jules specific questions to find out what to write about for their unique agency, for their situation and what they were looking to attract. We also wrote the scripts for the shorter estate agency content. That took 0 minutes of Jules's time because we already had all the content topics from the other call. Now the next bit is where Jules had to do some work. Jules recorded the videos from the scripts using a teleprompter app, which we gave her the link for. And this is what she had to do for the strategy. She had to actually download the app from Google. And then from that, she then had to copy the scripts from our Google Docs and paste them into the app. Okay. And then she also had to read through them to get used to the words before she recorded them, because obviously they are our words, not hers. Also, she had to make sure that she felt presentable before she recorded her videos, so that she felt comfortable. Now, these were all the things that Jules had to do without us. Although she always had access to us via our WhatsApp group. So if she had any questions anytime, she could just ask us and we'd be there for her. Now, once she'd recorded the videos on her phone from our scripts using that clever teleprompter app, which follows her voice just like a newsreader, all she had to do then was just save the video by pushing a button on the teleprompter app, and then it just gets sent directly to our Google Drive. And then we take over again from there. Next, we check the video. We add in the captions so that if anyone is watching without sound on, they can see what she is saying. And then we put the 3 to 5 minute videos out first as posts on our Facebook business page, and then we turn them into our ads. I wanted to add a quick note here actually to explain. The videos go out as posts first because when you run adverts on Facebook, people actually tend to come and check out your page. And if your Facebook page is actually empty, then it's very likely that people are not going to trust you. Okay. And we would suggest by building up what we call prolific content, then the ads that you're paying for will actually work better in 2 ways. One, people who come and check you out from your ads are much more likely to trust you if you've got lots of content there showing it is who you are and what it is you do. The second most important thing is that Facebook is actually quite clever. It recognizes the type of video content that you're putting out, and it knows what types of people to actually show your ads to and your content. And so it acts to actually strengthen everything you're doing. It speeds everything up. It's really clever. Now, Jules had recorded 4 3-minute videos with us. And we used this, first of all, when she first began. And we used these as ads and as contents. We put them up for 7 days. And then after the 7 days, we measured them. And we measured them by using something called specific KPIs. This is something we've learned from one of the world's best video strategists, okay? Now, all of Jules's ads hit the KPIs, the key performance indicators, which meant that all the right people were watching for the right amount of time, which would cause the greatest effect with her ads. What a huge win that was. Within 7 days, we knew that they were right. We could improve on them, but we had already got them within the KPIs. Now, another way to test to see if our ads were actually working was to see what kind of response was happening from the local people in her area. Now, that was actually easy to see because the area is quite small. People were talking. They started talking about what Jules was doing with her videos. The word was out on the street about the new videos. People were coming into the agency actually looking for Jules specifically and letting her know that her videos had helped them to be ready for their home sale. That she felt more confident. They knew what they needed to do. And they were showing that they understand what happens when their house goes up for sale. The kind of things that they need to do before selling their home to get a good price. They knew all these things. Now, this kind of video actually helps people, local people, to understand what to look for when talking to an agent for advice at a valuation meeting. Like things like how to determine if the valuation price is realistic, whether they need to stage the property or not. Now, we can go on with things like this, but you know what you'd like to know. Can you think about this, yeah? if you already know what kind of information that you always wish that a homeowner knew and understood before you even entered that home to carry out the evaluation meeting, wouldn't that make your life easier than feeling that you're going to have to cover so much with them? It's going to take you at least an hour, if not two. And then you're also going to know they're only going to take in about 10% of all that information that you've shared. And that's also when, like, you know, you might have a smart agent who's really good at persuading people that the home is actually worth way more than its true value. And you know what happens then? Or maybe somebody else is going in and offering ridiculously low fees, which feels too good for a homeowner to pass up because they do not understand what that means. Imagine, though, if those homeowners actually knew everything that you know before you enter their home. Can you imagine just how much easier and better your life would be, and theirs? Now, the only other thing that Jules did was to record a few more educational videos in her own time that we'd written for her. And she used the teleprompter app and did the same thing. She pressed the button and it landed in our drive, and we created them ready for her and went up. We then put them up on the Facebook page and then as boosted posts. Got to tell you about how that works though. You don't just boost posts. But we actually boosted the post to all the leads and CRM audience that we built for Jules as an audience in her ads manager. Actually, a post went out today on how to do that. But that's it. That's all Jules did with us. And I have to admit, the results were way better than expected because that was all we actually got around to doing with her, because she became so busy with valuation meetings that she didn't have time to do the other things we planned to do with her. They actually had to employ a new member of staff to help out quick. They were planning on employing someone, by the way, but they had to do it quick. Now, remember, if you drop a line below saying trick, I will happily reach out and arrange a free chat with me. I'm the low-cost video ad expert in the UK, yeah? And I can walk you through the few actions that you would take to have this set up and running in just a few hours. P.S. We do most of the work for you. Thank you for watching. I actually can't wait to see you become the go-to estate agent in your area. Oh, by the way, just in case you've forgotten, I'm Tina Sanford. And if you are ready to simplify your marketing and stand out in the crowded market, just drop me that line below. Let's get started.